Tag TV and Tag Radio be seen and heard by both technology users and technology producers throughout the state of Georgia and around the world. Low cost, big benefits, powerhouse online branded video and audio has arrived. Tag TV, Tag Radio, there's a lot more to know. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by GlobalSpeak.com, new media consultants, corporate video and audio communications, video and audio production and distribution, live and virtual event production. Tag TV and Tag Radio is a service of GlobalSpeak.com, creatively delivering powerful marketing, video, and audio solutions. Science fiction movies depict a future world where buildings' exteriors transform into computer-generated projections of color, images, messages, and more. A future world where columns and walls seem to, come alive with sensory overload as the surfaces no longer remain static, but have an electronic skin that changes to computer commands right before the viewer, the audience, the residents, the customer's eyes. Our Spirit of Endeavor Tech Talk focus continues as we reach into that future and bring back a pioneering visionary company that is making that technology a reality today. Greetings, everyone. It's Thursday, August 4th, 2011, and this is a Spirit of Endeavor Award special Tech Talk with the Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. Our guest today is a successful CEO, president, CTO, COO, combat commander, venture capitalist, and fundraiser. His extensive high-tech, high-growth experience has quickly moved numerous companies from the levels of research to sustainable revenues. Up to the Tech Talk, the Spirit of Endeavor Award-winning CEO and founder of Nanolumens, Rick Cope. Rick has been the president of such companies as U.S. Electric Car and H Power Corp., serves as the COO and CTO for NREV Corporation, founded and served as a general partner for Atlantic Technology Advisors, and currently as the CEO for Nanolumens, a company he founded that manufactures low-cost, lightweight, flexible displays you simply have to see to believe. Up to the Spirit of Endeavor in today's Tech Talk focus, a visionary with over 25 years of intense leadership experience and results. Nanolumens CEO Rick Cope.
Rick, thanks for joining me on Tech Talk today.
You're quite welcome. Thanks for having me.
So Nanolumens is one of our favorite companies. You guys are carrying the banner for probably the most awards won from TAG and TAG-related activities in the past couple of years. So, but well-deserved. We won't talk much about the Georgia Technology Summit, but I remember the first time you guys were showcased there and you folded your, I'm going to call it a, what are we calling it? What are we calling the television?
Flexible display.
Yeah, the display in half, and a lot of oohs and ahs from the crowd, and then, of course, Spirit of Endeavor, which we'll come back to, and then the big award you won in D.C. at Tech America. So it's great. For those listeners that don't know about your company, why don't we start out by hearing a little bit about Nanolumens and what you guys are focused on? And I know you're on a growth spurt, and you're doing some things at the company with changing facilities, and also tell us a little bit about what's going on there.
Sure. Well, for those that don't know, Nanolumens makes very large flexible displays that we use in business applications such as advertising in subways, malls, or airports, at trade shows, and also in applications we call digital architecture, where they're inside retail locations or lobbies of buildings or those kinds of things where people want to communicate to large groups of folks. We're growing quickly with displays now across the U.S., Canada, and Europe, and looking in the next year to expand to the rest of the world.
And Georgia-based company, and you're building, you're partnering, I guess, with a manufacturing facility here to actually produce it. Yeah.
We're a Atlanta, Georgia-based company, and we assemble our product here in Atlanta with a couple of subcontractors, and we source our parts from around the world, bring them all here, and they have the final assembly done to the customer's requirements right here in the Atlanta area, and then we ship it out wherever it might go in the world.
That's terrific. And So you have been the recipient of a number of awards, and talk about kind of in general, I guess, and then we'll get into Spirit of Endeavor a little bit just to let the folks know what's going on. But just what the awards have meant in terms of visibility for the company and any kind of tangible things you can, because what we want people to listen to this and then go ahead and apply for the awards. There's a lot of opportunities for that here.
Well, I think they should absolutely apply for the award. What awards do in our company specifically, where we're selling a large flexible display into a business community to a corporate client, is its third-party credibility, its third-party evaluation of the technology, its capability, its usefulness in the marketplace, and it gives purchasers comfort that what they're buying has gone through the rigor required to apply for an award, be selected to be thought to be award worthy, and then be offered that award and or multiple awards. And so it helps in the sale process when you're a young company and still trying to knock over those first couple of corporate clients.
Well, that's a great explanation. If I had a company other than TAG, I'd be applying for the award myself. The Spirit of Endeavor is going to take place in December 9th, at the 12 Hotel at Atlantic Station. So for those of you that have not registered yet, and it's pretty early, but registration is open, go ahead and do that, and then seriously consider looking at applying for one of the awards. So Rick, moving off of the Spirit of Endeavor, just going back to Nanolumens for a moment, talk about what your vision is for the next 3 to 5 years in respect to the company. What's your hopes for this company?
Well, we plan on growing Nanolumens into a U.S.-based international manufacturer and distributor of custom and standard displays that fit our customers' unique solutions, from retail to digital signage in all kinds of locations, outdoors to indoors. We're doubling our staff now to about 25 to 50, and over the next couple of years, we'll grow Nanolumens into one of the premier organizations in the Atlanta area.
Well, it's great to have you in Georgia, and I know that you've shown me some photos of some of the displays. Do you have any one or two interesting stories about where you have Nanolumens display up?
Sure. We've got a couple interesting ones. One is in the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
They had a large curved wall, and they couldn't figure out what to do with it until they met us. And now there's a large curved display hanging on the large curved wall in the NASCAR Hall of Fame, held to the wall with 4 screws from Home Depot since it weighs so little.
Yeah, that always amazes me. So the size of that is how big would you say that particular
that display is 5 foot high,
yeah,
and 9 foot wide,
right,
1.5 inches thick, and 75 pounds.
75 pounds. Wow. One more story. Any place else that?
The front entrance of Universal Studios down in Florida. They had a location where they had a specific larger frame built, and they wanted to fill this rectangle with a display that would stand up to the direct morning sun as it rose above the building. And so we designed for Universal a display that would put out 5,000 nits, great color contrast, HD looking, with some proprietary infrared rejection film, with a photo sensor so that as the sun rose, it came on full bright and looked like a great TV. And as the sun went behind the trees and then the sun set, the brightness would tune down automatically to make sure it was pleasant viewing. Because of that, Universal has now come back, and no one else could solve that problem for them. Because of that, Universal has now come back, and we're starting to build a number of other things for Universal.
Excellent. Well, for those of you that have not been able to see one of the displays from Nanolumens, we're planning a field trip, date to be determined, for early next year. And those of you that have been on field trips know that it's a full-fledged tour and kind of a deep dive into technology. So I've been up to see the display a couple times, and it's very impressive, and hopefully you'll all have a chance to do that early next year. So, Rick, on that note, thanks for joining me on Tech Talk today, and congratulations on the company, and we'll be really watching closely in terms of your continued rise and growth in the Atlanta area.
Well, thanks for having me, and I'd like to put a plug in for TAG and the award program. It's a great way to launch a young company and get it the credibility it needs to be successful in the marketplace. Thanks, Tina.
Thanks.